Sorry, man, and I do like you. That was just for the Vine.
Oh, they're so great. You're really funny.
Thank you.
On Vine. Do you write and come up with all that stuff on your own, or is there a team?
Yes, no, I do. But you do collab with your friends who are on Vine as well. So sometimes it's collaborations with your friends. My best friend Ariel, me and her do a lot together, as well as Manon, who you saw on there. And so yeah, sometimes by yourself or just hanging out, something funny pops up and you film it.
They're like making movies, really. But do you shoot a lot of footage and then it goes right down to a 6-second
Sometimes you'll shoot. No, typically I film it in Vine, so you shoot in scenes of 6 seconds. And other times you might just like. If I do like a certain branded deal and you want higher quality, you shoot it in camera roll, 15 seconds to break it down. So there's a lot of editing that comes into it as well.
Yeah. But you have to tell us about your story, because your start to how you got here is pretty interesting.
It is interesting. In high school, I knew I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to do entertainment. So right out of high school.
No education?
I have zero education. Can you tell? I'm sure we can tell.
We wasted time.
I know, right?
Cool.
So I actually booked a gig with Radio Disney right out of high school at 17 years old. And I was a host for Radio Disney. So I did hosting live events and concerts for like Vanessa Hudgens or Miley Cyrus or Jonas Brothers back then, who were popular. And I did that for 4 years, moved to LA to pursue that dream of hosting. And things didn't quite work out with Disney, so I wanted to start a band. So I started a pop rock boy band called It Boys, and we toured for 4 years. We put out an album in the UK and had some radio success, some label complications. We had to break up. And then I ended up working at Sir Restaurant in the meantime. There's a show called Vanderpump Rules on there.
Now, you were asked to be on that show, and you said no. You're waiting tables at Sir, and you're like, no thanks.
I love everyone on the show. It's just too dramatic for me. I'm not dramatic, and there's a lot of drama that I don't want to be involved in. So I turned that down, but I picked up Vine just for fun and started collecting followers, and it just kind of like organically happened.
And at what point did you realize, like, holy,
this is a thing.
This thing is huge, and people were following you in droves?
I think the first time is when I got recognized, and I was at like the Beverly Center, some mall, maybe the Grove, and some little girl came up and she freaked out and took a picture with me. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. You're really funny. I watch all your stuff. I was like, all right. And then it just started happening more often and often. And now if you go out somewhere, usually very public, you'll get stopped and people say they love your stuff. It's a cool feeling. I didn't expect it. It was just because I wanted to have fun, and it turned into like a career.
And so you can make money. I mean, now companies are actually taking notice to social media stars.
Absolutely.
And do they approach you, or do you say,
I do have a team now.
I love these sneakers? And
so I have an agency and management that I go through, right now. But sometimes they started hitting me up first on my email on my Vine account, and then I started getting so many brand deals and contracts. I didn't really want to look over the fine print, so I got a team, and now everything goes through them. Yeah.
So this is probably unexpected that you're
I
a
had
Vine
no idea.
star.
I didn't expect it at all.
Where do you want it to take you?
You know what? I just like entertainment in general. Hence, I was a host before, then a musician, and now on Vine unexpectedly. So though Vine is really fun, and I like doing comedy and making people laugh, I think I just started getting back into music. So I actually released my single on iTunes with my other partner Duck. He's in my band as well. He's my childhood friend. And it actually did pretty well. It was like 74 on the pop charts on iTunes, which is,
So we're getting the boy band back together?
2 of us, not the whole boy band.
Well, that counts as a boy band, doesn't it?
It does. 2 boys as a boy band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just going to pursue music, and I've been doing a couple auditions for certain projects and, acting pilots and stuff like that. Yeah.
You can see why.
So we can find Matt Cutshall on Vine.
Yep.
At Matt Cutshall.
At Matt Cutshall.
Matt Cutshall.
Very easy.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll
Make me
check
feel
out the
special.
single. Yeah.